Greetings, Knights of the Great Legion. This is Master Max 888, and welcome to the Analog Horror tier list. I thought it would be interesting for us to take some time to rank some of the Analog Horror series I've seen throughout the Max Reacts. I think there's only 2 I didn't get to in all of the series listed here, but for most of them, I have seen them, and I've taken the time to think about where exactly I would rank them. And I think this is also a very interesting video to make for all those who aren't too familiar with Analog Horror. It gives them a bit of an idea as to which series might be best for them, and also might help them discover some new Analog Horror series. So overall, I felt like this was a good idea. Definitely different from what I usually do as well, so it gives all my subscribers something new to watch, something fresh, and gives me a chance to talk about all these various amazing series on YouTube. And I will try to be vague in my explanation as to where I rank them. I will definitely not spoil some of the punchlines and say the Walten Files or Harmony Horror or GEMINI Home Entertainment. I will try to keep it vague so as to not spoil the fun for some people who have never seen these series before. I want to make sure that you get to enjoy them fully yourself. So I think it's very important. I wanted to point this out before I even get started here. And we have, what, 13 series to rank? So I'm just going to get right into it. And we'll start from left to right. I think that's a proper way to do this. So let's start with Local 58, a series that I think I only made one Max Reacts about it. It's not something that I have seen completely, so a bit difficult for me to rank this one properly. My opinion of it is not fully developed because I have not seen all of Local 58. But it did stand out in its presentation. It felt like an old broadcast from the 70s or the 80s. It had this very interesting aesthetic to it. And it definitely made you feel like the events you saw in these videos could be real. It just sort of blurred the line between fiction and reality. And a lot of these series tend to do that, but Local 58 seemed to me like one of the finest series in that way. And it's got lovely 2D animation. I'm gonna try to pick one video from each of these series. As far as Local 58 is concerned, I'd have to use the one where you see the little 2D animation, which should be on your screen right now, just to give you a proper idea. I think that was absolutely wonderful. It stood out to me in all the videos I've seen. Like I said, I need to continue my viewing experience of Local 58. But making this video right now, putting myself on the spot, definitely gives me a good reason to continue. And yeah, just because of that, I don't think I could put Local 58 in best of the best, because I need to complete all the videos. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in great, which is still extremely good, extremely generous. I still see it as one of the best, but not the best of the best. Not quite there. And it might be due to the fact that I have yet to see all of them. And by the way, I don't think any of these series are gonna end up in doo-doo ass or okay. I tend to be rather positive, and I try to have a positive outlook on things, so my criticism I don't think will be bad enough for me to rank them that low. And also, I should say this tier list was made by RredGrizzly. So before I forget, shout out to RredGrizzly for making this Analog Horror tier list. Someone who, fitting enough, created this character right here. Talk of the devil. Here we are with RredGrizzly's very own creation, Billy Wiggly. That's the name of this character. It's not someone that I was entirely familiar with. I did need to do a little bit of research about this certain robot. This screenshot happens to be from Factory Tour, a video that I will put on your screen right now. And yeah, there's unfortunately not much to go around. I did try to look into Billy Wiggly and see if there was like proper full-fledged series about him, but it doesn't seem like there is. There's a few shitposts, there's the factory tour video, but unlike the other series here, there's just not as much to go around. So for me to properly rank this one, I will need more content. I cannot really put it anywhere in terms of ranking, so I will just leave it there as something I cannot rank, so this is not fitting. I did see it, and I do remember it, I just can't really rank it, so I will... Can I just put something else? Yeah, I can. Cannot rank it. Oh, let's put a caps. There you go. That's how you make a YouTube title, folks. So I can't really rank it anywhere, so I'm gonna have to leave it there for the time being. But hopefully, RredGrizzly is gonna develop more content about his creation here. We're gonna be moving on to the third series on the list, which is Broadside Beach, made by Squeaks. Something that I think I reacted in a Max Reacts live. There's no videos on my channel of it, but I do remember seeing it in a live Max Reacts. There was a lot of secret stuff hidden throughout those videos. A bunch of links that took me to websites and hidden videos, and it was kind of fun. It was like a treasure hunt to put all the puzzle pieces together and have a better understanding of Broadside Beach. I definitely like that aspect of the series. I also love that Squeaks managed to create a fake Nintendo 64 game, which will be the video on your screen right now. My personal favorite of the bunch. It's not something that I really saw with any of the other series here, so I appreciate the creativity, and Squeaks definitely thought outside the box when he made that up. Just a wonderful concept. And I took a special note to make sure I didn't forget to mention this. I think Broadside Beach has one of the most brutal scene throughout all of those series, which is saying a lot. That is saying a lot. It's a scene in Broadside Beach 2, around the 17-minute mark, where this happens.
He walks over to the island's restaurant, stumbling into the kitchen, out of breath. But when he opened the door, he saw...
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Pretty brutal, wasn't it? Definitely one of the most brutal scenes I've seen in all of those series. So, for that reason, I gotta give Broadside Beach at least the good ranking. It's a series that needs a bit more time to flourish and really develop itself, but I love to see the creativity. Squeaks definitely has a pretty good idea where to take things with Broadside Beach, and if we get more scenes like the one I just showed you, we're in for quite a ride, so there you go. Definitely a good ranking for Broadside Beach. This next series needs no introductions, as I'm assuming most of you are very familiar with Harmony Horror made by Battington, arguably one of the finest series that we have here, so it goes without saying, as far as I'm concerned, this is going at the very top of the rankings in best of the best. Battington is a genius when it comes to creating horror videos. I think he's absolutely outstanding. He creates some of the most creepy 3D models you can find in any of those series here, and his animations have only improved with time, so if some of you have yet to see Harmony Horror, you need to get to it. It's just some of the best content you can watch in terms of analog horror. He also provides some of the scariest moments. Sometimes that's an element a lot of people are looking for with these kind of videos. They want to get a good spook. Well, I gotta say, Harmony Horror definitely had me jump out of my seat on more than one occasion, so you gotta give it to Battington. He's just a master at what he does, and he's also the creator of Fuzzy Buddy. And that reason alone, is why he's the best of the best. Fuzzy Buddy. Where the fuck are the plushies at, though? I'm still waiting for Battington to one day reveal that he's going to be releasing Fuzzy Buddy plushies so I can get one of my own. And I don't care if it's haunted, if it's possessed by some sort of evil spirit. I still want my Fuzzy Buddy. He's way too adorable, and I need one. And also, I should point out that the Battington channel also has some his own twists on the Squimpus McGrimpus Five Nights at Freddy's VHS videos. So that's two amazing series that you can keep up with on his channel. So if you're not subscribed to Battington yet, please do so. I feel like he's one of the best content creator, and I think my ranking really speaks for itself. Best of the best, and it's definitely deserved. So yeah, look it up. Look it up. Harmony and Horror. I have seen every freaking video, and I will continue to react to them as they're being released on his channel. Just good stuff all around. We're dealing with another heavyweight next as the Mandela Catalogue approaches. A series that, once again, I'm assuming most of you are very familiar with. If you haven't seen the actual videos, you've probably seen the memes, especially the intruder meme. I've seen those memes all over Twitter, Discord, YouTube. So this series got a lot of exposure, not only with memes, but with popular YouTubers. So as a result, it just blew up on YouTube, got all kinds of attention, and deservingly so. The series itself is absolutely fascinating, and I've taken a look at all the available videos throughout the Max Reacts, but I think it's worth pointing out that Alex, the guy behind the Mandela Catalogue, is just a wonderful guy. He's just such a genuine, amazing human being. I love his attitude whenever I see a post of him on Twitter, whenever I see how he's handling the fame and all the exposure. He seems to remain extremely humble and has a great attitude about it. So I wanted to point this out. I feel it's worth mentioning. And I've been a proud patron of the Mandela Catalogue to help and support Alex in whatever way I can. So Mandela Catalogue has been another favorite of mine. The voice acting we got in Volume 2 was just insane stuff. I know I talked about it in details when I reacted to the video, and what Max Reacts was it? It was a fairly recent one. I'll just have it pop up on screen if you want to take a look at it. I was just amazed by how talented the voice actors was, and it just added so much to what Alex is creating. So hopefully moving forward, we're going to get more performances like that. The only thing that's holding back the Mandela Catalogue, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that it's still a relatively new series. It's not something that's been out on YouTube for as long as some of the series we have here, so for that reason, I have to rank it as great. I'm not gonna put it at best of the best just yet, but in time, in due time, it will easily climb at the very top of the rankings. But as it stands, it just needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. We need more content, and it's, of course, something we're going to be getting with time. I mean, we're getting games, for fuck's sake. We're getting games, and I did play the two games that came out that were inspired by Mandela Catalogue. There was Mandela Invasion and Maple County. So, to keep us waiting for new videos, we've got games, we've got fanfictions, we've got memes, we've got a bunch of content that has been created off of the Mandela Catalogue. So it is definitely something a lot of people are invested in, and a lot of people are dying to find out more about. So again, kudos to Alex for being so successful with the Mandela Catalogue. Absolutely deserves it. And great ranking. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I definitely regard it as one of the finest series. So for all those who haven't seen it yet, get to it. Mandela Catalogue is one of the best for a damn good reason. Next one is Jumbo's Wonderland, which was created by ANGRYKID, series which I did take a look at throughout the Max Reacts several months ago now. It goes way back. But I'll definitely never forget the voice acting in the first video of the series. It's something that completely broke my heart because it sounded so incredibly authentic, and I was just devastated. I started tearing up a little bit because the voice actress made it sound so incredibly real. It felt as if someone had a microphone and managed to record her as she lost someone very dear and near to her heart. And yeah, still to this day, I think about it and I start crying a little bit. So Jumbo's Wonderland is another series that benefits from great voice acting, and the only thing that is taken away from it is the fact that it needs more content. It's another series on here that would greatly benefit from having more videos, so I've got to put it in the good ranking. There's a lot of potential here. A lot of creativity was put into the content, so a series that deserves to be discovered, definitely. For all those who have no idea what Jumbo's Wonderland is, all these wonderful series will be linked in the description. The respectful channels that have them will be right below, so be sure to look it up. It's something that has infinite potential, and I wish ANGRYKID and all the people working on Jumbo's Wonderland all the best. I'd love to see more of this, so keep it up, guys. Next up is Lil Red's Transfer. Oh, another big one. I feel like that's definitely another big series on here. And right off the bat, I have to put that one in pretty good. It's a notch above Broadside Beach and Jumbo's Wonderland because it actually does have quite a bit of content. And it's definitely a good treasure hunt. Much like Broadside Beach, there's a lot of secrets in Lil Red's Transfer. For all the detectives out there, this is the series you want to take a look at. There's a lot to go around. The one problem I have with it, and the reason why I cannot put it in great, is how loud the first video is. It is just so ungodly loud.
Are you ready for a lifetime of wealth? Look no further, because we have the occupation for you.
I wasn't a big fan of the text-to-speech either in the first videos, but thankfully, Aquanta Films managed to get past that and greatly improve upon the first videos of Lil Red's Transfer. Now the editing is absolutely on point. The art style is at its best, and the animation is also rather impressive. So another series that deserves to be discovered. It definitely has more attention than Jumbo's Wonderland, Broadside Beach, and some other series on here, but still, for all those not familiar with Lil Red's Transfer, definitely look it up. For all the wannabe detectives out there that loves a more complex kind of video, this is pretty much where it's at for you. There's a lot of things to find out, a lot of digging, and a lot of research to be made when it comes to Lil Red's Transfer to have a proper understanding of it. So definitely a more complex experience, but I know some people out there love that kind of stuff. They love to be able to come up with theories and possible explanations for all the crazy events that unfolds. So Lil Red's Transfer is one of the best when it comes to that. Next up is Chimpy Chippa's, another series which I have yet to see entirely, and even if I wanted to do so, I believe only 6 tapes out of 7 have been released, and I'm kind of waiting on the final tape to come out before going back into it with my usual Max Reacts, but as soon as tape number 7 is out, I'm going to go back to reacting to Chimpy Chippa's. One of the best discovery in terms of analog horror as far as I'm concerned. I came across this thing because of a request in one of my YouTube comment section, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I found. The animations and the videos are just clean as fuck. I don't really know how else to explain it to you. It just really comes across as being incredibly clean, incredibly fluid, and just really perfected. Like, all the videos just have been perfected with the utmost care. And kudos to the creator for that. And kudos to him for understanding that time is of the essence. And that people don't necessarily have hours to look into all of these series. So the creator of Chimpy Chippas kept it short with only 7 tapes as far as we know of. And a great series for anyone to get into. And for anyone that doesn't have a whole lot of time. So for that reason, I gotta put it up there in great. It deserves it. It really deserves it because it's just clean as fuck. Moving on to Southern Hospitality, yet another series that could use a lot more content. I have seen a few videos of Southern Hospitality throughout the Max Reacts, and I did have a blast. It was a great experience, but I'd love to see a lot more from it. The 3D models are really promising. There seems to be a creative team behind the series, but they need some more content. They really need a whole lot more for me to have a proper opinion of it. But from what I've seen so far, it looks to be one of the best. It could be one of the best series in the making, but the team has to come up with some new content. But I'll be generous. I'll be generous. I'm gonna put it up there at pretty good. I'm gonna be nice to it. Again, I had a blast recording the Max Reacts about Southern Hospitality, so for that reason, I'm gonna be maybe a bit too generous with it, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool at putting it at pretty good. So yeah, if anyone that worked on these videos come across this analog horror tier list, I'm rooting for you. I want you to keep at it. I want you to keep working on exploring the universe of Southern Hospitality, fleshing out the characters, and make something else with that weird green bird. What's going on with that fucking character? I want to know more. I want to know more. I want to know more about this character as well, actually. Well, seems like we've reached the big one. The one that people just cannot shut up about. The one that's been making the rounds on the internet for as long as I can remember. I keep seeing fan art every single day. I see YouTube poops. I see games. I see fan fictions. I see people in my Discord server constantly talking about it. This is without a doubt one of the biggest series on here, if not the biggest. And I am of course talking about the Walten Files. So with everything I just said, you can probably imagine where I'm gonna put it. That's right. You guessed right. Doo-doo ass. The absolute worst. The drizzling shits. I mean, god damn it. I can't understand how anyone can possibly watch this crap. I can't fathom it. I just don't know what people find interesting about the Walten Files. Could you please explain to me what is so interesting about it? Okay, before I get a bunch of dislikes, I'm gonna take everything back. I'm just gonna shut up here, because I can already hear people leaving a dislike on my video. I mean, of course, Walten Files is gonna go in best of the best. It goes without saying, for all the many reasons why people are obsessed with this series. If Battington is the god of 3D animation, Martin Walls is the god of 2D animation. The story of the Walten Files is very complex, you know, for someone that is smooth brain as I am. Sometimes it gets a bit difficult, but still, I can appreciate it. I've learned to love it, and anything that Martin Walls does, not just the Walten Files, the other videos as well, mainly Mysterious House, all of it has been amazing. It's just been a work of art, absolutely beautiful. It belongs in a museum, for fuck's sake. And of course, Martin Walls created Johnny Bear. So on one side, you've got Fuzzy Buddy. On the other, you've got Johnny Bear. Two of the best creations that has ever been made on the internet. And these two gentlemen deserves to be put in the best of the best. Moving on to GEMINI Home Entertainment. Definitely one of the most unique takes on the analog horror genre. I binge-watched most of those videos during a Live Max Reacts, and it was quite a pleasant experience. I had a lot of fun doing it. It wasn't that difficult for me to sit on my butt and watch hours of content from that channel. All the videos provide something different, something unusual, and I also got to play a game which was made by the same creator of those videos, so really one of the most unique experiences. And really, the one thing that stood out for me about GEMINI Home Entertainment is the use of in-real-life footage. Probably one of the best use of it, so for all the fans of that, all the fans of something a bit more real, GEMINI Home Entertainment is where it's at. Again, it manages to blur the line between real and fiction, so just a fine series overall, and for that reason, I have to put it all the way up here at the great ranking. Definitely deserves it, and the series is not over yet. There's still some videos being published, so it's likely that I will go back to the GEMINI Home Entertainment series in the future. But after doing a humongous Live Max Reacts, I'm gonna leave it on the side for just a bit longer. But for all those who haven't seen it yet, by all means, please look it up, and if you want to see my reaction, I'll have the Live Max Reacts in the description. This next one is a bit difficult for me to rank, because I haven't seen all the videos about it yet, and I'm definitely planning to do so, but from what I've seen yet, the Monument Mythos absolutely deserves to be at the very top of this list. Just some of the most addicting videos in all of these series. Whenever I start watching the Monument Mythos, it's very difficult for me to stop, so based on that, I have to put it at best of the best. I have to put it all the way there. Flying Shark himself came forward and said that this is one of the finest series he has ever seen on YouTube, so when you've got the Flying Shark seal of approval, who am I to go against that? Who am I to go against that? I mean, the man, the myth, the legend, Flying Shark says it's a great series, so it's gotta be. And again, from what I've seen, this is just fucking insane. And, you know, I gotta put it up there for James Dean as well. I gotta do it for President Dean. It's the least I can do. So, Monument Mythos, for anyone that hasn't seen this series yet, that's my biggest recommendation out of all of these series. Definitely Monument Mythos. You've just never seen anything like it. I don't think you've seen anything like it on YouTube before. You know, I talked about some of those series being unique. Monument Mythos is really where it's at. It doesn't deal with animatronics. It doesn't deal with the conventional monsters you're used to. It's just something completely different. And I seriously need to continue this series. And I will. Like, believe me, I will definitely continue the Monument Mythos. I want to see what happens to President Dean, and that's only in Season 2. And as I'm recording this, I'm still doing Max Reacts about the first season. But slowly but surely, I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of the Monument Mythos. This series is just a fucking masterpiece, and you ought to watch it if you haven't seen it yet. I can't say enough good things about it. It's just... It makes me hard. The last series we're going to be talking about is this one here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I had no idea what this series was when I first looked at it. And I felt pretty bad. I felt pretty bad about it. I'm like, holy shit. I'm sure I must have seen this somewhere before, but I just can't remember it. So I proceeded to do a little bit of research. I proceeded to think about it real hard to come up with something, come up with what exactly this is, until I remembered that I did indeed see these two characters in the very first Analog Fest hosted by 12Man OP, and they're called Grub and Snitch. There you go. That's what the series is. That's what the name of the channel is. Grub and Snitch. And unfortunately, it didn't receive a whole lot of attention. Out of all these series, out of all these YouTube channels, it is definitely the smallest one by far. So, if anything, I'm hoping this video is going to bring some exposure, even if just a tiny little bit, to Grub and Snitch, and help some people discover it. So, due to the fact that I only ever saw it during the Analog Fest, I cannot rank this. I have to take the time to properly watch the videos to have an opinion of it. So I'm gonna put it right there. I cannot rank it with Billy Wiggly. But hey, I'm hoping the Grub and Snitch channel is going to become a bit more successful, get some traction, get things going, because I want nothing but the best for all these lovely, beautiful content creators. I think they're all creative. I think they're all trying something new, something different, and I admire them for it. I think they're doing outstanding work, and I greatly encourage them to continue and to pursue their goals on YouTube. You know, I want nothing but the best for them. So hopefully this video allowed you to discover some new series. If you're a big fan of analog horror, perhaps you've never heard about some of these series before, so it gives you a chance to look into something new. There's definitely some big names like Walten Files, Mythos, Mandela Catalogue, but there's some smaller ones too, like Jumbo's Wonderland, Broadside Beach, Southern Hospitality, Grub and Snitch, Billy Wiggly. There's a bunch of series that deserves your attention, and the whole point of this video was to bring attention to them and to just let the world know there's a lot more than just the Walten Files. So there you have it. That's gonna be it for me. This is my final ranking of all the series that were listed below by RredGrizzly, once again the creator of this wonderful analog horror tier list. A huge thank you to him for putting this up. And my throat is killing me. I've been talking for over an hour now, so I'm gonna get a little something to drink, and I'm gonna rest my voice. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to have your own take with these series, I will provide, of course, the analog horror tier list in the description, and I will have all the YouTube channels that were featured here listed as well. So definitely take a look at the YouTube description, for fuck's sake. I know most of the time people don't, but this is really important. Really important. Okay? Please do it. I certainly would appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join the Great Legion's Discord server. Be sure to take a look at the Patreon page as well. It helps a lot with these kind of videos that are a bit more ambitious than what I usually do. And if you knights enjoyed this tier list video, let me know in the comment section. I might do more videos like this in the future, depending on your feedback. But yeah, that's really going to be it for me. And again, I wish all these wonderful content creators the best of luck in the future. And I wish them a lot more success with their creepy ass content. Alright, so with that, as always, take it away.